Shalom, shalom, everybody. It is Monday, August the 10th, 2020. It's the 20th day of the 5th Hebrew month. This is my second video for the day. Sorry, it's coming out a little late. We had a internet outage at my apartment where I was going to film my second video, but I'm here at the library, so hopefully I can get this up and running. If you're new to my channel, my mission statement is very clear. I preach and teach the Hebrew Jewish roots of the Christian faith. On my website, spiritandtorah.com, I exalt Yahshua, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. He is the only way, truth, and life. I expose satanic pedophiles through investigative reporting on my YouTube channel. Been doing this now for over 2 years. I provide satanic ritual abuse survivors a platform to speak out on. I protect the innocent children by virtue of these other things, and I lead a nightly Zoom room prayer meeting every single night. We pray for President Trump, this nation, other subscribers, each other, and we'll be happy to pray for you as well. Also, if you have not seen my first video of the day, it is on my main channel, so you can just go back there and look. It'll be the first link right below this video. Okay, so the first thing I want to go over here is, this is a story from August 8th from the Gateway Pundit. New York City is illegally housing pedophiles a block from elementary school playground. New York City is illegally housing pedophiles at a luxury hotel a block from an elementary school playground. One of the offenders, who is still on parole, raped a 4-year-old girl. At least 6 homeless pedophiles are being housed by the city at the Bella Claire Hotel at Broadway and West 77th Street as of Friday night, according to a report from the New York Post. The hotel is just under 1,000 feet from the playground of PS 87, and New York state law bars such high-risk sex offenders on probation or parole from, quote, knowingly entering into or upon schools or other facilities primarily used by children if a child is present. Courts have interpreted that to mean that they must keep 1,000 feet away, the Post reports. The city has been housing the homeless at hotels amid the coronavirus pandemic out of fear that they can't adequately social distance in shelters. The names and faces of the pedophiles are as follows. Devron Vernell, 26. He was convicted in 2015 of physically overpowering and having sex with a 4-year-old girl. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison and remains on parole until 2028. Jonathan Evans, 29, a sexually violent offender convicted in 2010 for using threats to force intercourse on a 6-year-old boy. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison and is not off parole until 2025. Anderson Stuckey, 51, is a sexually violent offender convicted in 2005 for using threats to rape a 10-year-old girl. Orlando Velasco, 35, a sexually violent offender convicted in 2011 of repeatedly sexually molesting a child who was under the age of 11. He was sentenced to 42 months of prison and is not off parole until 2022. Ronald Butler, 62, a predicate sex offender who was convicted in 2013 of rape in the 3rd degree for repeatedly using physical force to overpower and have intercourse with a 16-year-old girl. This goes on and on and on. So what are these pedophiles doing being housed right next to an elementary school playground? I mean, I assume the elementary schools probably closed, not only because it's summer, but because of the pandemic. But still, there may be children that go there to play on it, or who knows. Really, 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 really disturbing. This happening again in New York City. Now, this next story, this is really bizarre. Jerry Falwell Jr. is taking an indefinite leave of absence as Liberty University president. The evangelical Christian personality had faced pressure to resign after he posted a photo on Instagram in which his pants were unbuttoned and unzipped. Now, I don't know anything about him. I don't know if he is in any way connected to the child sex trafficking or satanic pedophilia. I just don't know. But it's very odd that he and his wife would post a picture like this. I'm not even going to show it. I showed it briefly. If you want to look at it more, you can see it on this story that I'll link below the video. But why? Why would you post that on your Instagram publicly for everyone to see? And he put it up there, and then, you know, I guess once people called him out on it, he deleted it. And he even defended what he did as taken in good fun. I mean, give me a freaking break. What is wrong with him? So I just thought I'd point this out. I don't know, again, if he is involved in any of the child sex trafficking, but really bizarre behavior from this so-called pastor to be posting pictures like that and then defending it, saying, well, it was just in good fun. I mean, give me a break. All right. Thanks to a subscriber for putting me onto this. This is from the website tapesogo.store. And really bizarre shirts that they're selling here. Save the planet, eat the children. In all of these different colors. What? So this seems like another company that, if they're not tied into child sex trafficking and pedophilia, pedivore, they're at least mocking it, making fun of it. Really, really bizarre. And then another one put out by TeePublic. This is from teepublic.com. This is from a Will Ferrell movie, Grab the Children, Save the Children, and really disturbing as well because Will Ferrell is a satanic pedophile. He's on the list, the Epstein list, and also some of you may have seen this, and I talked about it several months ago about this really bizarre clown video that Will Ferrell made. You could probably still find it on the YouTube, where he's mocking, basically abusing children. It's really, really, really disturbing. Anyway, I just wanted to highlight these shirts, these shirt companies, as companies that we need to raise the roof on and find out what's going on. Tom Hanks, he is going to be playing creepy Geppetto in a new movie, a live action movie for Pinocchio. And I think this is really interesting because, of course, we know Tom Hanks is a satanic pedophile. But Q, just recently, it was just a few weeks ago, talked about the very creepy pedophilia aspects that Disney put into Pinocchio. Talking about taking these little boys to Pleasure Island and how they'll never return back as boys. They'll return back as men, and just really, really disgusting innuendos. And now here we have Tom Hanks, the pedophile, going to be playing in this live action Pinocchio. Very, very, very creepy. This guy made a video about it called Creepy Tom Hanks is Playing Creepy Geppetto. You guys can watch this. It's about a 16-minute video, and I'll link it below. Now, this is really, really interesting. This is thanks to another subscriber who turned me on to this. Arizona Department of Public Safety, if you I put in the dates 7/1/2020 to 7/31/2020. So just 1 month. 1 month for missing children. And it comes up to 754 records. Now, some of these records are duplicates. Like here you see there's an Angel Guitard, obviously the same person there. But this subscriber actually eliminated all the duplicates and put it into spreadsheets. I'm going to read to you what he told me. He said, I am from Arizona, Daniel. I'm born and raised. I know Arizona like the back of my hand, as I was a cop there and raised to hunt and fish all through that state. I have since moved, but this is near and dear to me. I have a huge family there. I visit often. Please get this info out. I beg of you. I have worked in the ministry of deliverance and healing since a young person, and I am now 49 years old. I want you to know I have you and Timothy Homeseth covered, as well as all the teams, in much prayer. God bless you and be safe. So what he did is he actually sent me PDFs of spreadsheets that he made. And so for July, for instance, after removing all of the duplicates, he comes up with 595 children that are missing just in the month of July in Arizona. And then he also has spreadsheets for May and August as well. This is really, really bizarre. Why are so many children missing in Arizona? Why are so many missing? 596 just in the month of July? Doesn't really add up, does it? Very, 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 very bizarre. You can go here yourself as well. Just go to this website, azdps.gov. You can type in whatever search parameter you want, and you'll see just all the records that come up for any given month. Very, very interesting. I know that, of course, we know McCain, Senator McCain was in Arizona. We know that he was involved in child sex trafficking, and he was actually covering for the Clinton Foundation. I've reported on a lot of the child sex trafficking that's gone through the Southwest United States. But this is happening right now. I mean, 500, almost 600 children in 1 month missing. Really, really bizarre. Now, I got another email from a subscriber named David. He has a Pinterest account, and he put up a poem that he'd written called A Mother's Love. And it had the meme, Children's Lives Matter, on the front page of this poem. Well, he wrote to me, and he said, Daniel, I purchased advertising for this pin. It links to a poem on my website where I have some pages on Children's Lives Matter. They discuss cases of child abuse and how to combat abuse. My ad was rejected with this comment. Hi, David. Your ad has been reviewed again. It wasn't approved because it didn't meet our advertising guidelines. Sensitive content. We want Pinterest to be a welcoming, positive, and inspiring place, so we don't allow divisive or disturbing ads. We don't allow language or imagery that is offensive or profane, excessive, violent, or gory, vulgar, or sickening, politically, culturally, or racially divisive or insensitive. Unless paired with educational or charitable information, we don't allow content that capitalizes on controversial or tragic events, references to sensitive health and medical conditions. Now, this poem that he wrote, and you can go to his Pinterest and read it, it's called A Mother's Love. It's just basically about how much a mother loves her children and how protective she is. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I'm convinced that the reason they rejected his ability to have advertising is simply because he has this Children's Lives Matter. You know, Facebook has also deleted a bunch of posts that have that Children's Lives Matter associated with it, and Twitter has cracked down on the hashtag Children's Lives Matter. Why would that be? Why would big tech be coming against a meme that is simply trying to raise awareness about rescuing our children from pedophiles? Really, 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 really bizarre stuff. Also, this is from Petapixel. Magnum Photos. I'm not going to show the photo at the top because it's pretty disgusting, even though it's partially blotted out. But it says Magnum Photos and prominent photojournalist David Allen Harvey are under scrutiny online today after some of Harvey's photographs labeled as teenage Thai prostitutes from 1989 surfaced in the Magnum archives, where users could purchase the images or share them online. The troubling images were discovered by F-Stoppers editor Andy Day, who published his findings yesterday. The photographs emerged as part of research into the number of results that Magnum Photos website returns when searching for girl and prostitute, writes Day. Several images taken by Magnum photographer David Allen Harvey are part of a body of work entitled Thailand, Bangkok, 1989 Thai Prostitutes. Images included in the series, which has since been completely scrubbed from the Magnum Photos archives, and David Allen Harvey's profile on the site, shows several subjects both fully clothed and partially nude. Tags accompanying the photo includes the word prostitution, breast, Asian, and teenage girl 13 to 18 years old. It's worth noting that the terms child sex worker and child prostitute are widely discredited as misleading and offensive, since a child cannot legally agree to these acts. Amen. If the people pictured are indeed under 18, as the tags indicate, the photos would more accurately be described as showing child sexual abuse or child sex trafficking. What's more, Day claims that any sexually explicit photograph of a child, quote, constitutes an act of child sexual abuse, at least under UK law, putting Magnum Photos in a very uncomfortable position as the publisher and seller of these images. In reporting on the growing controversy, we reached out to both Magnum Photos and David Allen Harvey for comment about these photos. A Magnum spokesperson from an external PR agency responded to our request for comment with the following statement, quote, like many in the photographic industry, we are re-examining our past archives as we are aware that there is material that may be inappropriate. Magnum has accumulated almost 1 million images over its 73-year history, and we are committed to making this a comprehensive process. We followed up with Magnum about the image tag specifically, asking why and how tags like teenage girl, 13 to 18 years old, and breasts came to be added to these photos. Mr. Harvey has not responded as of this writing, but we will update our post if and when we hear back. And there's an update as of 8/7/20. Magnum Photos has declined to comment further on this matter and the origin of the tags. So it looks like Magnum Photos may have been actually a conduit for child sex trafficking. Very, very likely. So, and they're desperately now trying to cover their tracks and hide what they were doing. All right. If you like what I'm doing, if you appreciate what I'm doing, if you think I'm working hard and I deserve to be paid, this is my full-time career, which I love. I love, love, love doing what I do. So if you want to help me out, the easiest way to do so is through my PayPal. That is a link right below this video. That's the easiest way to send me a donation. I also have a Patreon. That's a link below the video as well. The way that works is you click on it, you can pledge any monthly amount you'd like, and then that amount is taken out of your bank account at the beginning of each month. If you're old school and you don't want to use the internet to send a donation, that's fine. I also have a P.O. box that's located below the video, and you can send me a donation through good old-fashioned snail mail. Just remember, if you want a response to your snail mail donation, please enclose your email address in that. If you have a prayer request and you want our prayer team to pray for you, we will be happy to do so. Just make sure you email me. My email is also in the description box below the video. You do have to unfold the description box, scroll down through the links. You'll eventually find my email. Email me your prayer request. I'll get it to our prayer team, and we will pray for you. All right, guys. It's kind of a rainy, drizzly day here. I apologize for all the car noise. I had to go somewhere where there was internet so I could use my screen share program. And like I said, my internet's down at home. So hopefully the audio came out well and or good. And everybody have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Shalom, shalom.